Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be playing some Undaunted 2200 Callisto. Now, I'd never played any Undaunted before, but I wanted to give this one a go. I've heard good things about the system, and I'm a bit of a sucker for sci-fi, so I thought this was the time to give it a go. I'm going to be playing through the solo campaign. There's a full solo rulebook. And I'm going to be playing, obviously, the good guys. And you may have seen playthroughs of this before, where people play the breakers, the workers up on Callisto as the good guys. But no, that's not the way it is. Clearly, we're playing this from the perspective of the LFA. Okay, so editing me. I had put a little bit of... I'd gone through the whole background to this palaver, but I'll just give you the edited highlights. So, the rights to extract minerals from Callisto are rightfully owned by the LFA, the Lunar Frontier Authority. Now, they obtained those because they financed extraterrestrial travel. Now, they've been legitimately using those contracts to export materials. A group of, well, the unions on Callisto have basically banded together. And not only have they been breaking contracts, but they've also been, profits have been sliding. Materials are actually being sold independently of the LFA. Materials legitimately owned by the LFA are being sold. So the LFA has thought, right, okay, let's try and sort this out. So they've sent in a dropship, a negotiation team, if you will. It's a bit of a command squad, a captain, a couple of commanders, some corporate security teams, corpsec teams, a couple of scouts teams to see what's going on, and a couple of repurposed mechs that are there more for show than anything else. And then they've landed at the base, and their objective is to scout around to secure any of the water that's been packaged up for selling to the Galilean people, to secure that by force if necessary. But of course, negotiation is the primary strategy. Anyway, back to the video. This is the very first mission. If this goes down well, I'll look a little bit more into the narrative and we will maybe play a few more. I'd heard from some reviews that this was difficult to get into. I've not found that. There's a really good solo bot-based system. It's a brilliant game because there's no miniatures to paint, so any game that I can get to the table that's got some strategy where you don't have to paint models is going to be a winner. So I'll show you what we've got. This is the look I'm going for. So this is the map. There are 8 missions. Each mission has a separate map. Basically, you get 4 double-sided game boards. The game boards tell you everything that you need to set up the mission. Again, I'm not going to go into it too much. I'm just going to start playing and talk you through what happens. This is my deck. Those that aren't familiar with Undaunted, you have a series of units. They're represented through your deck. Now there's a supply which allows you to bolster those forces by adding more cards into the deck. You'll see what benefits that has. In effect, it gives you more hit points and more activations for said units. The 2 forces, it's an asymmetrical game. So the 2 forces, there's the yellow team. Yeah, there's a yellow team, which is the workers. This is their barrack area. Then we've landed in this dropship. Let's see if I can show you. Okay, so the yellow team, the breakers live out here. These are their starting Units, we've got a nail gunner, Ripper, and survey tech. That's from B squad. And then the same again from C squad on this side. These are fortified locations. You can see from these little bonuses. They've been scouted. You'll see what that means in a few minutes. The LFA have come down in their dropship. Both squads start here. Now we have a scout and a corpsec, which are like corporate security and scouts. So, we've not brought anything significant. Well, a couple of decommissioned mechs, a Vulcan and an Artemis. Now, these are supposed to be standees, but because I'm filming it from top down, I thought it was easier to just put them there. You'll see how they work. Mechs, there are different vehicles. Each board has the win criteria, the setup criteria, and within the rulebook, it tells you how to set up your supply. So we're going to get straight into things, as I say. So this is the bot's deck. This is our deck. So first things first, we shuffle, and we're going to draw 4 cards. At the moment, these areas have been scouted, so we can move comfortably into those. You can't move into a space that hasn't been scouted unless you've got a special ability to do so. You'll see again how that is. So we're going to get 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Deck goes back here. So what we have a sergeant from Z Squad. We have some interference. That's not good. That's basically like heat in Heat or Fog of War in the normal game. It's just dead card in your hand. We've got our captain. He's very good. And we've got Corpsec Z. So these numbers in the top corner, we're going to bid for initiative, in effect. So whoever has got the highest number out of us and the bot is going to get to go first. So you can have the option of bidding high, but the higher the initiative, the better the card. So, I don't really care at the moment. So I'm willing to throw away initiative because I want all of those. So I am going to, I'm going to throw away my initiative. I'm going to place that down for initiative. I'm going to put my hand here just so that people can remember what I've got. Hopefully this setup, I've no idea whether it's going to work. So let's see what they bid with. They bid with a 5, so they win. So this goes to our discard pile. So they have Ripper. They have a survey tech. They have a squad leader. And another survey tech. Now, they always get to keep their initiative card. In a 2-player game, you don't, but this kind of offsets the fact that they're a bot. So now you put these into initiative order, and when there's a tie, it goes by the order that they came out. So it's basically going to be 7, 6, 6, 5. And then what you do is you go to your handy dandy. I'll show you the first one, and then I'm going to start cutting out the how we work out what the bot does. But what you in effect have, if you can see this, is they're what they believe to be dangerous. So that's how they're going to prioritize targets. And here you can see each unit type, and then it's just a tree, and you work your way from the top and you see what it wants to do. And then there are rules for how you're going to enact that. It's quite a simple rule book, to be honest, if you know, if you're familiar with this sort of a game. I think it's pretty much entry level, and I think after a couple of games anybody can pick it up. So anyway, talking you through it, squad leader. So we go to squad leader, and it says the first thing it wants to do is, if there are matching cards in the play area, inspire. So it's squad C. Now there's survey tech. So it can do up to 2, but it's only going to do 1. So basically we tap that to the side to remind us that can activate twice. And that's all it's going to do. So that's him played. That goes to there, and we go to the next one. Then we've got survey tech B. So we go to a survey tech. So that if there's interference in the play area, it's going to perform a recon action. He hasn't got interference. So, if he shares a space with an enemy, he'll attack. Nope. If the space is secure, which it is, there's a way to work out whether a space is threatened or secure. It is secure. He's going to scout. So first things first, he's going to scout towards a threatened objective. There aren't any at the moment. Then he's going to scout. He's going to scout towards an unscouted objective. Now he only has scout 1, so he's only moving 1 space. There aren't any objectives within 1 space of him. So, this is survey tech B here. So the next thing is scout to the space nearest to an unscouted objective. So this is the closest unscouted objective to him. Well, this is equal. However, so it could move there or there. So then there's tiebreaker. Now the first thing is highest value, the first tiebreak. So this one's worth 2. So he's going to move towards that. So he's going to scout 1 towards that. And he's going to go there. Okay, so survey tech C, that's this one. It's going to go through the same process. Now, it's got, this is value 2, this is value 1. So it's going to go through the same process, we know. So it's going to move towards there. However, this has been done twice. So what it's going to do for its second action is scout towards here, because the tie break would have been between those two, and it's going to go to the highest. So it's going to go here. So what we do is we add a scouted token. And because we added a scouted token, we add an interference into his discard pile. The reasons will become clear. Survey text done. So we go to the Ripper B. Ripper B is here. So we go to our Ripper, and first thing he's going to do is control. He's not going to control that space because it's not an objective. He'll only try and control an objective. If he shares a space with an enemy, mech is going to attack. Nope. Space controlled and enemy occupied. Attack 1. No. Space secure is going to move 1 place towards a threatened objective. No. Towards an uncontrolled objective. So this is going to be the closest uncontrolled objective of the highest value. So yeah, he's basically just going to move up towards there. So he's going to follow the survey tech. So if he moves into there, he's going to run in behind him, control it. Now, I've not spoken about how we're going to win this mission. Now is probably a good time to talk it through. So the way to win this scenario, we'll take it by force if we have to. We're in the spaceport. As I say, we've come down. We want to get this ice. So you can see this is ice. Same here. There's some more in different places. That's where your objective points are. And there's elevated ground and other important spaces. So in order to win, what we need to do is control 5 objectives points or neutralize 3 of the opponent's army units. So the LFA start with 2 because the landing bay is clearly strategically important. So they only need 3 more points, whereas the breakers need to get all 5. However, looking at the layout, this is worth 2, this is worth 2, this is worth 1. They're pretty close. Whereas we already own a 2. So there's another 1 down here, a 1, and a 1. So we could get this, 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 and this. I think, depending on what we've drawn, the easier way to do it is probably to go here and here. But if they're already in there and controlling it, it's not going to be easy. So what cards you have dictates your strategy to an extent. So let's look at what we've got. We have our captain, who can bolster or command. Now, bolster is draw cards from your supply, and command is draw cards from your deck to use this turn. Our sergeant can do a similar thing. He can bolster, but only from squad Z, because that's what he is. Or he can inspire, like we saw the other one inspire. So we could inspire our court set, but this space, we need to scout further. There's no point inspiring the court set because it can only move one space. We don't have a scout in hand. So I think we are just going to do some bolstering. So I think captain is going to inspire. Not inspire, he's going to bolster 3, and you can choose any 3. And I think he is just going to take 2 scout Y and a corp sec Y. So what that does is we get to add those into our discard. Like that. We've got a sergeant, so he can bolster. So we may as well bolster 2Z. He's got bolster 2, so we're just going to go for 2 corp secs. And then we've got a corp sec, so we will just move him 1 space out to here. That's it. That's our first round. This should have been flipped because this is the initiative marker. If there's a tie on a bid for initiative, the person who previously had initiative retains. So that's a little bit muddled at the beginning. I jumped in straight away, but that's the first turn. So now I'm going to just carry on and I'll just talk through what happened rather than go through the decision trees. If you'd like to see more decision trees in a future episode, just drop us a comment and I'll do that, no problem. First things first, we draw our 4 cards. Now, look, when you run out of cards to draw, you shuffle your discard pile, which is why bolstering into it is quite important. So we've got another interference. We've got a scout, so it's scout Y, and scout Z, and sergeant Y. So that's good because we can inspire scout Y, which will get him up to that space. So scout Z, I don't think we need to go first. So I think, again, I'm happy to bid with interference to get it out of my hand. I've not got anybody here. Oh, I do. I have recon. So I could get rid of that. So you always have to choose something to bid with. What you can use is your scout can recon as an action, which means you put this out of the game and draw another card into your hand, which is really strong. But I'd like to get that space scouted using my sergeant. I can do that. So I think, yeah, what I'm going to do is I am going to bid with scout Z. So that's a 6. So he bid with nail gunner 4. So we win. So I'll put that there because we know that's the first card. This flips back to us. We lose that scout. Now, if I put my cards here, just so we can see what's happening, I'm going to inspire the scout with my sergeant. So we get to tap him like so. And then he goes back in. Okay. Now, the scout, first of all, is going to recon for his first action. So that takes that interference out of the game. And I draw another card to hand. We've got Commander A. So that's the commander of the Artemis. He sits in the mech. That's quite a nice one. So anyway, for the scout's second action, he's going to scout 2. This is scout Y. Do we call them Yankee Squad? We're best off, rather than calling them Scout Y, Scout Z, let's call them Yankee Squad. So Yankee are going to Scout 2. So he can go 1, 2. He goes onto there. So now he's moved into that space. He's scouted it. However, we do have to pull some interference into our deck, into our discard. Okay, so for his second, that was his second action because he did his recon earlier. So now we've got a commander. So the commander, we can either move the mech, we can bolster, we can suppress, or we can attack. At the moment, I don't think we're ready for attacking, but we could be soon. So why don't we bolster and pull 2 Artemis cards out? Now for Artemis, I think I'm going to pull the 2 gunner cards, because you have gunners that fire the guns, you have navigators that move the mech. So we'll pull 2 gunners and we'll have him standing here defending this objective and acting as a weapons platform. So we'll put those in there and that's our turn. So we go down to the bot. Bot draws. He's got nail gunner again, squad leader, and a ripper. So we're going to activate them in this order, and I'll tell you what they do when I've gone through the tree. So our squad leader is going to inspire the nail gunner there. Okay, so Ripper C is going to move to the closest, the space nearest to an uncontrolled objective. So it's going to move to here. Nail gunner. Okay, so nail gunners are their offensive unit. So first things first, he's gonna attack as his preferred choice. Now this all depends on how easy it is for him to attack. So nail gunner sees here. So his priority target is always going to be a corp sec with control on an unoccupied controlled objective. So that's not occurring. Corp sec with control on a non-enemy controlled objective. So if that corp sec had got to there, be shooting at him because we don't control it and he's on it. It's to prevent him from gaining control. So that's a no. The next thing he's going to shoot for is a mech. So nail gunner C is here. So the first thing we do is a mech. There are 2 there. There's one with a you probably can't see from there. I can show you. So there's one with a armor of 4 and one with a 5. So he's always going to go for the lowest armor. So we know it's going to be a 4 to hit, and then you count the difference in spaces. So 4, 5, 6, 7. It's an 8. Now on the same level, you'd use a D10. So his threshold, however, is a 6. So he's not going to risk shooting for that. So his next thing is a suppress. So he's going to try and suppress, and he goes through the same process. So we know that what he's going to go for is going to be a mech, and the threshold for that is an 8. So he'll give it a go. So he does suppress 4. So we get our 4 D10s. And we know he needs an 8 to suppress the mech. He's going for the Artemis. So he's got a 10 there, which does suppress it. So we're going to stick a suppression ring on the Artemis. So basically when the Artemis would activate next, instead of activating, he removes his suppression. Okay, and that is nail gunner C. Wait a minute. They've just started shooting. All we're doing is trying to secure our assets, and these absolute fundamentalists are coming for us. We have to try and lock this down. This is getting out of hand. The nail gunner B is going to do exactly the same. However, Neil Gunner B's there, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. We know it's the same. So he's going to shoot. Oh no, that'd be a 9 because he's going for the other mech. A 9 is above his threshold. So instead, there's a corp sec as his next target. So it's Neil Gunner B. So 1, 2, 3 away is 4. So that'd be a 7. Now 7 is over the threshold for attacking, but it's under the threshold for suppression. So yes, he's going to try and suppress this corp sec. So Neil Gunner B. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's definitely past it. So we flip corp sec, and he is suppressed. Okay. So the next thing is a scout is his next priority. So scout is 5, is in cover, making it 7, 8, 9, 10. Now that's over his threshold. He's already suppressed. Nobody here meets the tests for his tree. So he'll go to his next thing. So he rolls a dice, a d10. He has got a 9. So he is going to suppress, targeting the most dangerous unsuppressed enemy. So the most dangerous is going to be the other mech. So the other mech is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 9s. He does get a 9, so he suppresses the other mech. Crikey, that guy's a bit of a hero. This guy is called Mouse. Irinado Morris. There he is, there's Mouse. He's just suppressed both mechs. Oh no, one mech and a corp sec, didn't he? Well, there you go, that is him. That is their activation. And then it goes straight back. You could see how this would be fast in a back and forward as a 2-player game. So we have 1, 2. So we have to shuffle the deck. I'm starting to think this isn't a great position we're in already. That nail gunner just did wonderful things. So 3, 4. Right. So this time out, we've got our commander again of the Vulcan this time. We have corp set Y. That's our other corp sec. Got Sergeant Z. Now he can't inspire anyone. Commander of the Vulcan. The Vulcan's suppressed. I think what we're going to have to... I think I'm going to risk it with the Vulcan. And I'm going to put him forward as my bid. So let's see what they bid. They've bid with interference. So we've got that. Right. What we're going to do here. I think I'm going to command with my captain to take 2 cards out of the deck into hand. So we get Scout Y again. And Scout Y. Oh, we've got a lot of scouts here. Doesn't help us though. We needed Zs. Okay, so I think I'm going to bolster Z with my Sergeant. So I'm going to take 2 Z cards. What we're going to call them? Zapper. So I'm going to go with 2 Corp Sec Zs. Put them into the discard. Then basically I've got Corp Sec Y, which is here. And 2 Scout Ys. So Scout Y's there. You know, we could get into here. But they're going that way. So tempted to run somewhere else. But that does look a good spot. Just don't know if I can get there in time. I think they're going to run in and control it before I can do anything. Okay. So I'm going to move Copsec Y. And I am going to scout 2. 1. Take an interference. 2. Take an interference. And then I've got a bit of cover here, +1. So I think then we're going to shoot this Ripper B. So we get attack 1. It's just going to be 1 dice. So Ripper B's a 4, and he's 1 space away, so we're going to need a 5. We get a 2, so we miss. That is highly unfortunate. That could definitely come back to bite us. So, let's see. What does... Oh, he's got his supervisor. 1, 2. Oh, that's nice for us. So he's got 2 interference in there. Realise I think we've had a bit of a knock to the table. Apologies if you've not been able to see that all the way through. And then he gets 1 more squad leader. Right, so each mission, there's different AI, basically. So you can't ever definitely count on knowing. So the supervisor, I'm going to roll a d10. On a 1 to 4, he's going to bolster. On a 5, he's going to command. So he's going to bolster. And it is 3 cards. So I roll 3d10. We've got 2 from 1 to 5 and 1 from 10. So that is squads B and C. So B is from here. So we're going to get 2 from there. We get to see these. They're going into his discard. Survey Tech B. And Ripper B. Oh, that's these 2. They're going to get more activations. And then 1 from here is Nail Gunner C. Oh, is that their hero? That's their... Oh no, that's this one. Okay, so that's the supervisor. So squad leader C, who is going to bolster 2 to his squad. Now he is squad C, so he's going to bolster 2 more. Oh, this is not looking good. Ripper C. Survey Tech C. Oh, crikey. And then there's 2 interference. So that's the end of his turn. It's pretty brutal. Let's see what we get next. We've got 2 Corpsec Z. And another Corpsec Z. And some interference. So, Corpsec Z is here. Now, all 3 of those, we could activate him, we could move him, and we could take control. That'd be really good. But we'll have to give up priority to do it. But I think it's worth it. So we're going to bid with our interference. And what do you know? We lose. But Corpsec Z is about to shine. But we'll see. See if he gets to. So, 2, 3, 4. See what they do. Okay, so squad leader is just going to inspire the Ripper and the Nail Gunner. So, Ripper B. I like that it's going in this order. Because ultimately that Ripper can't go there. Because if that had been scouted, he could move in and control it. But thankfully, it's not. And there's no survey tech activating. So, let's see what Ripper does. So, he's basically going to attack. Because he can't do any of those other things. So, he's got attack 1. He's going to start with Corpsec on control. No. There's none on a space for that. The next target is a mech. So the lowest is 4, 5, 6, 7. But his threshold is 6, so he won't do that. So Corpsec is next. 4, oh no. 5, 6. He will try that. So he's got attack 1. He's going to do it twice at that Corpsec. Oh, this could do us. So, well, there's 2 of them, so which one's he going to go for? I suppose on an odd number he'll go for Z, and an even number he'll go for Y for his first attack. Okay, so he's going for Z. This is not what we wanted. So it's 4, 5, 6. And of course he does it. So the first thing we have to do is check our hand, and if we've got anything matching it, we have to take it from the game. So that's scuppered us now. It means we can't do what we wanted to do. So again, odd for his second action. He's going to go for Corpsec Z again. No, he's going for the even one, but he needs the same. 4, 5, 6. And he's got a 2, so he missed. But that scuppered us a bit, didn't it? So then we've got Ripper C. Ripper C's here. So he's going to move 1 to an uncontrolled objective. So he's going to move in here. Nail going to be suppression. So a Corpsec. So 4, 5, 6, 7. His threshold is 8, so he is going to go for it. So he's going to go for this Corpsec. And he gets 4 dice. He's looking for an 8. He gets it, so this Corpsec is suppressed. Brutal. And for his second activation, he's basically going to do the same, but on this scout, I think. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is the threshold, so he's going to try and suppress the scout. And he fails. So that's him done. But he has just absolutely ruined us. Absolutely ruined us. Okay, so Corpsec Z, we can basically do that, and then we can move him into there. That is it. That's us done. That was a brutal turn for us. Right. We're getting into the swing of it. Hopefully I'm playing everything right. Sergeant Y. Corpsec Y. Interference. And Scout Y. So that's our Scout down there, isn't it? I think we're going to have to bid with that Scout. So we're going with a 6. Oh, but he could have got rid of this. I think we have to do it. Get him out of the open. So they have priority at the moment. The nail gunner. No, we get priority. Okay. We've not got a massive amount we can do with it, but we can get our we'll just bin that off. So we will inspire our Corpsec, and we get to activate him twice. So we will take him out of suppression and move him into cover. That's all we can do, and just hope beyond hope that that scout can survive a turn. So we take B, Bravo, interference, that's what we need. Survey Tech, Charlie. We'll call it Charlie, yeah. Okay. I'm never going to call it that. I'm just going to end up calling him B and C. Right. Come on then. So, Survey Tech B, then Survey Tech C. So, first one, Survey Tech B is going to recon. So he's going to take this out of the game. And he's going to draw another card to hand. It's another nail gunner. Oh, man. Okay, so that was Recon Boy. So C can't recon, because there's no more in hand. Oh, that was pretty good, actually, because B was the one that needed to get in there. So we got lucky there that he came out first. So survey text C. The space is secure. He's going to scout 1 towards an unscouted objective of the highest value. Well, an unscouted objective. If there's a tie between two, going from the closest, he'll go towards the one with the highest value. So this one and this one are equal. They're the two closest. They're worth 1. So the second tie bait is elevated. So he's going to go towards that one. So he is going to... He's going to scout 1 towards the space nearest to an unscouted objective. Oh, so it's just going to be there regardless. He scouts. And he gets an interference. Okay. Nail Gunner C gets to activate twice. So we roll a dice for him. 9. He's going to suppress 4, targeting the most dangerous unsuppressed enemy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it's going to be those. Even though it's a 10, he's going to go for it twice. He's going to go for, we'll say Y is an odd number. No, he's going for Z. Doesn't get it. Then odd number is Y. Yeah, so he's going for Y. And he doesn't get it. Tried his best to stop them from gaining control there, but didn't manage. See what we get next. We've got Commander A, the Artemis, Scout Z, the Gunner from A, and the Gunner from A. Ooh. Okay. I think I'm going to bid with Z. Bid with Z. Oh, he wins ties, so he gets it. This could be a good one for him. So the supervisor, and roll a d10. He's going to bolster 3 dice. All from A. From squad 1. So, Ripper B. Ooh. These are getting robust. Nail gonna be. Survey Tech B. Survey Tech B, yep. So he's going to move into there. So he scouted it. And gets an interference. Survey Tech C, we know is going to scout up here. My life, they're taking over the battlefield. Hopefully this interference comes back to bite them. Survey Tech C, wasn't it? And then Ripper C is this one. He's going to move. We know he's going to move towards it. I'm sure he is. He can't control. Oh, no, he can. He can control this one. That's what he wants to do. So they now have 2 points. So we're now tied on 2. But scary stuff. Tied on 2. We now get to go here. So first of all, we will use a gunner to get rid of the Artemis suppression. Then we can bolster the thing, or we can make a move out and shoot. Moving out, though, we're going to be exposing ourselves to all kinds of bad. You know, it'll be fun to shoot, won't it? And these mechs don't like hand-to-hand combat. They really don't. So if these fellas get in with their saws, we're in trouble. At the moment, we're... what? That's a 6. 7, 8. We'd have to roll on a d8. That's not going to be good enough. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on a d10. I think we have to move, don't we? Do we just bolster? Don't want to dilute my deck with too much crap. But getting this weapon platform mobile might be worth it. It might save the day. So let's bolster. No. Sod it. Let's just move. We're going to move 2. We're going to go 1, 2. And then we're going to shoot this Ripper. So 4, 5. It's just 2 dice. We're on the same level. We need 5s because it's a 4. Ripper B. We get. You can only ever do 1 damage. You don't get 2 hits. Yeah, so we just have to search the discard file for a Ripper B in the first instance. Then take it out of the game. And then at that point, you're supposed to put a control marker on it. Next time we activate, next time we draw cards, if there's a Ripper B, we put it into the discard pile. Oh no, it's only if you have the initiative marker you do that. It's basically to simulate if it was in its hand, it would have discarded it when the next bit comes out, but because it had initiative, that would never have happened. Probably doesn't make sense to you, but you'll see later on, no doubt. So that's my go. That's his go. Next round. Right then, let's see. Commander of the Artemis. Scout Y, we really don't want these scouts. We can hunker down and take them out. These are what we want, the Corpse X. Okay. So we want those. Scout Y we actually want. I think Commander of the Artemis, although I would like to shoot again. So I think I'm going to bid with Scout Y. Let's see what he goes with. Oh no, he's squad leader. He keeps the initiative. Oofed. So this is key because we could have flipped this and got over there with our Corpsec close to victory. But squad leader C, he could now pull a couple of cards. If that Ripper gets into here and controls the objective, we're in big bother. Let's see. Ooh, interference. Oh. Okay, so he's got 2 squad leaders. He's going to be prepping for the next turn. Because they can... Oh, that was quite good for us, I think. Well, as long as we get stuff done. Bolster 2 from matching squad. So he's going to bolster 2. Now we're going to see Survey Tech C. Then he's going to bolster 2. They're getting tough. They're a lot better than me here, aren't they? But that's his go. Got a very chunky deck. Got some very resilient units, but we're going to get another shot at it. See what we can do. So we could try and kill that Ripper, but I think that Ripper's got so much bolstering. Let's focus over here first. So we will inspire Copsec who will, his first action, no, not that, we'll inspire that way. His first action is to control, which gives us another point, so we're now on 3 points. Then for his second action, he's going to move 1. He's going to move to here. Okay, then we've got the commander. So do we want to move or shoot? We could shoot that Ripper again. Let's just go for it. We'll shoot the Ripper. So 4, 5. Yes. So Ripper B. That's good. Right. As good as I would have liked. We need to get Copsec Z into there, flip the objective, and we win. What do we get? Oh no. Copsec Y. Copsec Z, there he is. And Scout Y. Yeah, I think we have to bid with Scout Y again. See what we get. Oh, we've got it. That's good. So that stays there. Let's go to our discard. Right, so Copsec Z. Gonna be prime target for everybody here, though. Let's get him in. And then Copsec Y. Start moving along with everyone. And then we've got interference. That's us. Oof. It's getting tight. Oh, Ripper B. Ripper B's going twice. So it's all going to depend on his AI bot tree now. Because Ripper B is here. He could just move control. But he may have his head turned by this mech. Let's see how his bot teachings work. So, Ripper B, 1, control. Can't do that. If he shares a space with an enemy mech, attack. No. Space controlled and enemy occupied. No. Space secure, move 1 towards threatened objective. No. Uncontrolled objective. But when I'm saying no about threatened, that's if you own one yourself that's got somebody with control on it and no none of your own combat units. Okay, so then he's going to move towards an uncontrolled objective. He's doing it. That's higher than the mech. So yeah, sensible. For his first action, he's going to move into here. For his second action, he's going to control it. He's actually got it before me. Brutal. So I can't now take, because that wasn't controlled, he could just take it. I can't take control of it unless I destroy all of his units that are in there. What are my alternatives? I could go there and there. But he's now got, what, 2, 3. So this one up here is a potential. And this one here, he's close as well. So now Ripper B gets, that's him gone. So Ripper C, that's this one. He's going to do the same. He's going to move towards an uncontrolled objective. So he's going to move to there for now. And then nail gonna be still standing back here. Offset with control on a non-enemy controlled objective. Yep. So he's on a non-enemy controlled objective. So he will be he'll be the main target. But he is a 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's above his threshold. Then we've got mech. So 4, 5, 6. That's below his target. So he's going to attack. He does hit it. So we have to go through our hand with nothing in hand. So we now have to go through here. Oh, and our commander. I think that's the one we have to pull out. So we're going to lose our commander. So Danica Ruggeri. There he is. Whoa. He's taken out by Nail Gonna Be. Big Hernando Morris mouse. The mouse does it again. Okay. So we'll give this a shuffle. We're reaching the end game. Oh. I'm throwing their good cards on the floor. Mouse. Him on the floor. The rodent. Right. Okay, what do we get? Interference. Opsec Y. Okay. Opsec Z. And Scout Z. Scout Z's not actually done anything so far. Did I think I won priority in the last one. So that's sitting with me. I'm rubbish at flipping that. We have to try and kill both of these units. It's not easy, especially now we've just lost our commander. I think Scout Z. Oh, we've got 2, 3. So we need 2 more. We could just make a dash for here. Or for down here. Get another one scouted. This is worth 2 and it's unoccupied. I think I'm going to go with Scout Z. Bid with him. Okay, survey tech. Now I did have priority, so I win. So interference just has to go back in. So I've got my 2 Corps X. Okay, so Corps X Y is just going to shoot in at the Ripper because he's the one who can control, but he's got lower defense. So we'll go for him. So 4, 5, 6. Only 1 dice. Need a 6. Get a 3. That's a fail. Pops XZ will do the same, but he needs a 5. Oh man. My corporate security are not fighters. These miners are going to do bad things here, aren't they? So, Survey Tech C. That's this. Oh no, it's this one here. He's going twice. Oh, he's going to just recon twice, isn't he? Yep. So he's going to recon the first one. Comes out of the game. Activates the other Survey Tech. Then Survey Tech C pulls that one out of the game. Gets that. Then Survey Tech B pulls that one out of the game. My life. All the Survey Tech. Then the supervisor comes. 9. It's going to command 2, which draws 2 cards out of the hand. They're just doing Survey Tech B. I was thinking if that was another bloody... They've just cleared some interference out. So Survey Tech B He's going to attack 2. So he's going to go for the corpsec. So corpsec is 4, plus 1 for cover is 5. Nope, misses. Nail gonna be. He's just stood there the whole way through. He is going to attack 2 on the mech. Missed. Thank crikey for that. Oofed. Right. This is getting a bit much for me. Let's see what we get. Sergeant Y. Scout Y. I need to get rid of some of these scouts. Corpsec Z. Gunner A. Well, at least we've got a gunner. I want all of it, really. I just need to kill these 2 things. I don't think I can kill them. Maybe we just need to do some kind of a bait and switch. Move out. And then run back in when they come out. Is the bot going to be that stupid? Might be. It might be. Okay. We're going to bid with the sergeant. Nail gunner. So we get it. Let's see if it is that stupid. Let's test this AI. So we are going to scout. We'll go 1, 2. Do I want us? Do I even need to scout? I don't know if I do. I don't think I do. I'm going to go to there and maybe come round this way. Then corpsec Z. I'm going to move out into here with my 2 corpsecs. And then my gunner. I'm going to attack. Can either attack 2 or suppress 3. I think I'll attack. I'm going to go into that Ripper again. So it's 5. The 2 dice on a 5. Yep. So Ripper B. On there. Go to the hand. Ripper B comes out of the game. A lot of his cards come out now. Shuffle these again. And then I put one of these tokens on. So if one comes out now, it'll go into his discard. And that's me. I'm hoping to lure them out. See if it works. Okay, Ripper C. Ripper C. Nail gunner C. Crikey. They go in. Gung ho. Right into me. I'm using a tiny little table here. It's hindering my comfort. Alright, let's see what we get. So, nail gunner C. The mech now becomes the primary target over corpsec because he's not on an objective. So nail gunner C is going to go for the mech. So 4, 5, 6, 7. It's too much. So corpsec is the same, 4, and it'll be 5, 6, 7. So that's not going to help. Scout 5, 6, 7, 8. So no. Really messed with its head. Then it's going to go to suppress. It'll do it on an 8. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So it's going to try and suppress the mech. Yep. And Ripper C. This fella over here. So he's going to move to here. Then he's going to control it. Takes them up to 2, 4, 5. They win. Didn't even see it coming. I bet everybody else just saw that. It's like, yep, you've lost you. You've lost. So, we do. We went down to negotiate peacefully. I didn't even see that there were only one away, and it was here. That shows how dumb I am. Yeah, I was too distracted up here. And, yeah, I think that the AI works really well in this. I do enjoy it. I mean, it wasn't Mouse. It was Blitz that won it for them. There he is. I do like it. It's pretty well themed. I'm enjoying it. I'd like to play through the campaign of 8. I think it'll be good against 2 players. I've not tried it yet with multiple players. But it looks very nice. I think these big tokens, I mean, it's nice not having minutes, but they do they're a bit yellow. There's a lot of like text and space on there that I don't know if it's needed. Things do look pretty similar, but it looks great. I'm really liking it. I think it's clever. It'll be interesting to see some of the more advanced units. I think I need a few playthroughs on this one just to get my head around certain things. I mean, this Vulcan did nothing. I don't even know where he is. Did I even have him in the deck? Yeah, there's Commander of the Vulcan. So he's in there, just for some reason. I must have used him as an initiative bid. But yeah. That's that. That is Undaunted. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching.